My grandmother has set a place for my grandfather every night for 12 years. Usually, the plate stays empty. Tonight, something started eating. Every evening at 6 p.m. sharp, Grandma lays out the lace tablecloth. She places the polished silver, the floral china, and a steaming bowl of beef stew at the head of the table. "He'll be home soon," she whispers, smoothing a napkin that hasn't been used since 2014. It was sad, a harmless ritual of a broken heart. Or so I thought. Yesterday, I stayed late to help her clean. As the clock struck 6, a cold draft slammed the dining room door shut. I heard the distinct clink of a fork hitting porcelain. I peeked through the keyhole. Grandma was smiling, nodding as if listening to a joke, but the chair across from her wasn't empty anymore. There was a faint, gray indentation in the cushion, as if a heavy weight had just sat down. "He likes the salt, doesn't he?" Grandma chirped to the empty air. I watched in horror as the salt shaker lifted off the table, hovered for a second, and sprinkled crystals over the stew. Then, a spoonful of the hot liquid rose into the air, hung there, and disappeared into a void where a mouth should have been. The air in the room began to smell like damp earth and funeral lilies. I tried to scream, but the shadow in the chair turned. Even though there was no head, I felt a pair of cold, dead eyes lock onto mine through the tiny keyhole. The door creaked open. Grandma looked at me, her eyes glazed and hollow. She placed a third plate on the table and said, "Sit down, honey. Your grandfather says you've grown just enough to fit the suit he brought back from the grave."